All right, I'm gonna record this one more time because boy, I was just yapping. I told myself wasn't gonna talk about this for no more than 10 minutes, and here we are. I was like 15 minutes in. Sorry, I'm gonna talk about the Kendrick and Drake beef as short as I can. I promise. I know you've probably seen it on Facebook and Instagram, all that stuff for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. But I feel like I'm in the right to talk about it because I've been exposing Drake for being a predator slash pedophile since like 2018, episode 46 of the Whomst. If you want to go listen to that shit and listen to my very nasally voice, and just to sum it up, because I don't really care about the beef because it doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't matter if one wins over the other, one gets mad and shoot the other one, or whatever happens. It doesn't affect my bills. My bills keep piling up. But I will say I'm here for the Drake slander. That's the main thing, boy. Because I've been here for years. I've been top tier paid subscription hater of Drake for years. Especially with the last diss that he released, which wasn't really a diss, it was more of a defense, right? Cause give the flowers to Kendrick. Uh, one, he was always a great rapper, right? But he went hard, and he went, like I didn't really like 616 whatever, but he went fucking hard. He released like 4 tracks in like 2 days, and I ain't got the vocabulary. Just know this boy within. I ain't got the vocabulary like he does. Yeah, but I had to listen a few times, and every line it felt like it meant something else. Yeah, like I'm just like learning new shit. And I'm like, bro, here I go yapping again. Jesus Christ. Well, point is, Kendrick finally, because I didn't care about the beef. I'm like, whatever. Up until he finally had the balls to call Drake Alpha being a predator slash pedophile, and a bunch of other stuff I didn't know about, right? But more importantly, and he said something about having an 11-year-old daughter, but Drake says that's fake. Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm here for the pedophile thing, which, out of context, sounds super sketch, but I'm here for it because I've been saying this shit since 2018, boy. It feel like I said that shit 20 years ago, but um, I stopped talking about it. I stopped talking about it because I had this theory that people, I was doing the jokes and they were funny, and people would laugh. People who knew the information, they would laugh, but it wouldn't go anywhere because one, I'm not famous. Two, and my theory is I felt like you always had to be in the same genre of that person, kind of like Hannibal Buress and Bill Cosby. Like you had to be either the same level of or more famous than that person that you're calling out, or you had to be in the same genre and be in the same like circle aura of fame for people to be like, huh, is that right? And then people look calling out. It's like say Michael Jackson or something like that. You had to get like you had to get like Prince or something to like be like blah blah blah. Even though he didn't. I'm just saying, that's trying to make a point. How did people find out about that? I need to look that up. But whatever. Hannibal Buress calls out Bill Cosby. Now it's the thing because at the time Hannibal Buress was very popular at the time, and so people were listening to him. So for years, I felt like ignoring my very non-existent name in the game of comedy. Even if one of my stuff went viral, people wouldn't take it seriously because I'm nobody and I'm not in the same genre. So for years, I was waiting for a rapper to finally have the balls to say it, but people didn't do it because I feel like they were either scared or all of them are in his pocket. It's a weird thing. It's kind of like the hood where they don't want to call the police if somebody like kill your family member or something like that. It's like, oh, no snitching. It's like that. Like, this man is doing some weird, creepy shit. Like people know about it, but they protect them because either it's money or it's most likely just money. It's like it's like, oh, I'm getting paid to keep quiet right now. My bills are being paid, and all I got to do is kind of like stand around and like that kind of shit. But anyway, Kendrick finally exposed them. True or not, even if we find out a couple months from now, it end up not being true, right? I'm still proud of him for putting it out there. Yeah, even if he gets sued, hey, one, that's not even my problem. It's not my problem. If he gets sued and then we find out that one, that's kind of good news because I can go back to listening to Drake. I can go back and listen. I stopped listening to him because I'm not going to support that type of shit. Unfortunately, one of my favorite songs by Yeba, which is on his album, is technically a song. That's the only way I'm supporting him. But it'll be good news because hey, okay, you're not a predator. You're just fucking weird. I guess that's more respectable, I guess. Uh, but I don't think he is going to get sued because then they have to prove it. They have to prove that they're not. I keep hearing like lawyers and stuff like that talking about like the discovery part. He's like, oh, if like say, I think it's Universal that Drake is under is talking to Kendrick about like, hey, apologize or whatever, say that it's not true or whatever. If they try to sue him, well then they have to go through the files. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works. I'm a goddamn TikTok detective like everybody else, you know. But yeah, I'm not finna analyze like the actual songs, even though Kendrick's songs going hard, like Not Like Us. That's in my library. It don't matter if it end up not being true that he's a predator. I'm still gonna listen to Not Like Us because it's such a good song, such a good diss. But I will say, I'm just here. I don't even know if I'm gonna do a second part. I'm gonna stop recording in a few minutes. I don't even know if I'm gonna do a second part. I might just release this. I just wanted to be here to just slide in and be like, hey, I told you, I told you, I told you, I was there. I looked at the clues. I see the weirdos. I see him hugging up on kids. And then you know what's crazy, right? He's Kendrick. Damn, exposes that, right? So of course, and it's the song super popular. So of course everybody's talking about it on TikTok, on Facebook, or whatever. And I'm learning more creepy shit that Drake's done. Like I knew about the Miley Bobby Brown stuff. I knew about that 17-year-old who he kissed on stage and continued to when he found out her age. Um, I knew about some that one girl he was like he dated when she was 18, but he it was picture proof that he'd been hugging up on her since she was like 15, 16. Like I knew about that, but I didn't know about like Justin Bieber's sister who same situation. Knew her since she was 14 and waited until she was 18. The weird comments on Billie Eilish's Instagram about, oh, finally I've been waiting for you to turn 18. Weird shit like that. It was all a bunch of shit, just back to back to back to back to back. I learned a new one from Abba and Preach. Somebody did an essay saying that he followed this girl because all of a sudden he was like a fan of high school of women, or I guess girls high school basketball, right? And so much so that he followed these teenagers Instagram and then hit them up when they was 18. Like it was just so much stuff just stacked on top of each other, right? It was so weird. Even so, my point being, it just finally that's all I'm saying. I'm way too excited about it for something that not gonna affect me. At the end of the day, my bills are still high. I don't know. Send money to my Cash App. I need to pay my rent. I don't know. And I'm gonna end it like this. I'm just say this. I never wanted him to be one because, like I said, I like good music or whatever. But I'm not gonna let that slide, right? But I think it was more because I didn't want that to slide on top of he was so egotistic at the same time. And then when you find out that he doesn't even write his stuff, I'm talking about Drake. Like he doesn't write any of his stuff lately. Like I have the same problem with like Kevin Hart. Is like, but I'm kind of like less hard on Kevin Hart. One, because I don't think he's a predator, and two, I see exactly what Kevin is doing. He's doing TV shows and all that shit. So it's like the stand up. As much as I don't really respect you being a stand up comedian, people writing all your stuff for you, I get it because you're super busy. I see how it is. I see how it works. But Drake, I feel like he just wastes time just trying to like stunt on people and being petty at his high age, right? So it's like you kind of want to see the downfall a little bit. It's like, but like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't. It's not gonna affect me. But damn, I want to say some other stuff that because it's not. It's more than the rap beef. It's like the stuff that's surrounding it too, where people probably faking information and faking that they said that they faked the information. It's a lot of shit, and it's weird how rap can make grown men gossip. It's just, but this latest thing that happened today, I'm just gonna end it like this. Apparently, somebody shot somebody, Drake's security guard, in front of his mansion in Toronto, or whatever he lives at, right? And it's just coincidentally after Drake released his last defensive diss, which wasn't really a diss. It was more just like, I'm not a pedophile. Why would if I was a pedophile, I'd be arrested, which is a fucking lie. Then he said he was too famous to be a pedophile. Like I don't, come on now. Like no, that's come on now. It's so many. If anything, the hyper famous dudes get away with this shit way more, and yeah, that's part of the reason why you probably do it, because you know you can do it. And damn, why am I having all these thoughts now? Uh, I said it on TikTok, right? Even if this stuff is true, it's not gonna stick, unfortunately. Nah. And why it's not gonna stick? Because of his bird brain ass fans. That's just how it is. That's how it is always. I said on TikTok that it's not gonna stick because he's still making music. He's still important to a lot of people. The moment he stopped making money for a lot of people, he stopped being the pocketbook. He stopped making music for the fans and stuff like that. That's when the fans will give up on him. Because what I've noticed in the industry and me doing jokes about him for years is that people don't give a fuck. They just want good music, and they would sacrifice kids for good music. So the real predators are fans, unfortunately. If you really want to look at it like that, but um, that's it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep recording or something else, but if not, thanks for listening. I'm not gonna talk about this no more, unless something big happens. But yeah, anyway, peace.